Hello and welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. The news this week. There was chaos at Saddam Hussein's trial when first his defence team and then Saddam himself walked out. One of the other defendants on trial is Saddam's half-brother. He used to be his whole brother until he borrowed his bike without asking. The government's white paper on health includes proposals to allow for medical treatment to be made available in supermarkets. Mind you, if you're in for a vasectomy, I would ask them to wipe down the bacon slicer first. George Bush delivered his State of the Union address. During his speech, Bush said, "Our greatest advantage in the world has always been our educated, hard-working, ambitious people," or as they prefer to be called, the Mexicans. Bush's 52-minute speech was interrupted by applause 60 times. At the end of it, his hands were raw. The government was defeated during the religious hatred bill by one vote after Tony Blair failed to show up. The failure of the bill means that I'm still free to make jokes about Muhammad and the Islamic religion. Free to, but I think you'll find not contractually obliged. Our next round is called Between the Lines and features Rory and Hugh. Would you make your way to the Mock the Week press pit, please? In this round, one of them takes on the role of a person in the news, addressing the media, while the other translates what they really mean. Rory, you are George W. Bush making his State of the Union address. Away you go.
My fellow Americans.
And people of New Orleans.
Last year, you re-elected me as president of our great country.
If you think I'm stupid, what does that say about you?
Last year, in the State of the Union address, I concentrated on domestic issues.
I didn't want to talk about Iraq.
This year, I'm going to concentrate on energy.
I still don't want to talk about Iraq.
See, we face in America a great energy crisis.
You see, in America, we have created a great energy crisis.
We have to reach an agreement with those countries who exploit the world's resources. India, China, Asia.
Invade India, China, Asia.
We have to woo ourselves off our addiction to oil.
I did it with alcohol.
In conclusion, we have to somehow reduce our dependency on oil by 75%.
That's nearly half.
Well done to both of you. I'm going to give the point to Hugh there. The only real advance in finding them, though, I thought was genius, was the fact that last week the British Secret Service was accused of turning a rock into a listening device in Moscow, which meant nothing in Moscow. But you can imagine somewhere in a cave in Afghanistan, he's going, ha ha, ha, a microphone in a rock. Oh. It's like an Osama bin Laden Twilight Zone episode, that isn't it?
Do you think MI6 sent the radio rock to the wrong place? And they've actually got one that's the shape of a Russian doll that's in the corner of Osama's cave, sort of sticking out. Whose is that?
Osama bin Laden has said that he will never fall for any Western tricks to catch him. This is in a statement made to a man dressed as an Arab from the News of the World. George W. Bush has admitted he doesn't know where Osama bin Laden is, or Pakistan for that matter, or his arse, or often his elbow.